We shall wait here, Master Fabricio.
What if Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabricio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first.
Then we must follow our other lead.
Herveloos. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
Got Pomino over here. San Real. 1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
San Real. Barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right year.
Right here. 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Full.
This one is full.
This one's full too. Full. This one's full too. Full. Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of San Real? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Ready. We can start. Ready.
Step aside. I have a feeling we'll find something awry.
So?
Slightly smoky, strongly tannic, definitely San Real. Revolting, bitter plonk.
Could have gone sour while aged.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But, Your Grace,
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sorial. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own? I shall tell you everything, if you agree to show me mercy.
Who'd you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sorial. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name.
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
I've no Sintrian aristocrat at court.
Wine itself. How'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? That the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabricio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge. What now, Witcher?
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Centrian Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
See no reason to wait. Let's get going.
We will set out now. Position ourselves before you arrive. You take the cart and meet us there.
Fine. When the handoff begins, watch for my signal. Relax. Now we wait.
favorite vintner. It's not him.
Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
At your service. It was a good fight.
Let's ask him a few questions. Come on.
Witcher, a moment. I was wrong about you.
Well, had no reason to trust me, and I didn't do much to change that.
True. You are not the most endearing of men. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. And I appreciate it. Let us go to her grace.
Wait.
I hope you did not think I would leave this to... This prisoner of yours. Captain, do the honors.
Who sent you?
His name is Dog. They say he plowed your mother.
Once again, who sent you?
Your nun's lover. They call it...
Wait. He doesn't wish to speak. He needn't. I can think of several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait.
What?
Usually only take measures like that as a last resort, but in this case, think I can make an exception.
Do as you deem...
Captain, have your men find me a strong rope.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters.
What? No.
Stop screaming. Save your...
No! Don't let him!
Barrels.
I don't know.
Captain,
I truly don't know. Hornet's the leader, only he ever knew where to go. But he lies over there, dead. That one. The first barrel went to a warehouse at the port. But where this one was bound, I don't know. I speak true. You must believe me.
Who hired you?
He'll...
Ought to be worried about me right now.
Go on, man.
The Centurion. That is what they call him. I've never seen him, but I know. He mustered the men for this caper. That's what they... I don't know anything.
Take him away. Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the Centurion. Someone else must have seen him.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as...
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended.
Let...
He's late.
Relax, he'll come.
There's something I'd like to know.
Side effect of my mutations.
What if something has happened to him?
Captain seems like a man who can take...
Perhaps he can, but this Centurion appears... He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
Still don't know this Centurion's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers.
Need to find the Centurion, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and... Someone's coming.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Centurion does not work alone. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. What? And the word on the street is this...
Used to it. Not the first time I've been hunted.
Must you always? Now, the port warehouse where the wine was delivered, we identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she remembered his female companion very well, as she recognized her. On the Centurion's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
The singer? I've heard of her.
The same. We went to her home immediately. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Centurion gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
The Mandragora? What's that?
A club, an affiliation of local artists.
Never heard of it.
They exude a mystique, consciously, I think. Behaving like an exclusive cabal. Artistic elites. Every now and again they mount soirees. Only wealthy. All arrive in elaborate masks, then drink and flirt.
Gotta nab the Centurion. Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will squeeze through.
Out of the question. If the Centurion truly does have men about...
Duchess is right. Need to be careful.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
Where's the event gonna be held?
The Mandragora always assembles at the same place. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire. Then meet me in Oatville, in Mountebank Alley.
Rat the Centurion. But we'll get him. I should double the patrols, just in case. Welcome to the capital. I should double the patrols, just in case. Audacious rat, the Centurion.
Greetings. Can you ask for me,
Hey, is that not this girl with the price fixed in? Get in! As good as
Don't gain momentum! Down! Keep calm!
Didn't look like locals. Damien's right. I'm a hunted man.
You're only kaputt, oh lad.
To be honest, every last man jack of these parts has but one.
best cure for... Damn it! Watch where you step, fool. Sacre bleu!
Excuse me?
There is no excuse. There is but the need to outfit you anew.
I'll just...
I'm...
Thanks.
Ever your servant, sir.
This a face. Ointment could help.
What's the meaning of this? Well, what's the meaning of this? Well, Witcher?
Nice tune.
exhibition of the original Dudley Monument will remain closed until further notice.
Closed? Why, we wrote an entire day to see it.
Late. Why does that not surprise me?
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style. My, Geralt. Not bad at all. And you've even a mask. Just not the kind required.
Huh?
They're a little different, the ones Mandragora members wear. I've brought you one. Put it on.
Any idea why they wear masks?
Likely because they imagine it oh so very romantic and mysterious. The truth is far simpler. This way, no one can tell which drunken aristocrats are pinching the performers.
Let's go. Swap.
Wise of you. How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. Soon as we find her, we find him. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Tell us about these
This evening, the Mandragora... The first was a concert by Cecilia Belont, a singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond. Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
Shame. You would have loved...
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti, a master...
Visual illusions. Interesting.
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest pantomime.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample...
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd.
I don't know where she is.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Kaveri orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
Be bold. Show us the artist in you. Paid for, customers' canvas.
Good folk, yet another soul longing to express its creative side.
Well, you and modern art?
Silence. The artist must focus. Oh, quite the noble color. Splendid. The sight yellow. Why should you retire?
It's obvious. It represents transgression.
Let's be honest today. Should you tire of these hues, drop
them in the cave and grab a different array.
Sure to be in one of the alcoves.
I got it! It's the Soritor!
It's not a landscape, you pleb. It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
Blue blood is all I'm saying.
That green, lush and verdant as a field of vines.
To vines and to wine!
Scarlet, crimson boxblood. Ice thin, full sensual cargo. Position takes shape.
Yes, it's sure to be a masterpiece.
Requires great precision. Voila! Fine. Now, allow me a moment to point. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism. The continual battle between good and evil. And defiance.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus evil. The dualistic nature of man.
And defiance.
This painting, it's rather... It's very...
Bloody colorful!
Absinthe. The preferred hooch of artists.
Careful, it packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
This is Let's correct your words as you've made no effort.
About to burst.
Look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck.
Fine. Let's give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
Aren't they even? Because the right cuff...
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
Esheba, Saraba, Rundum, Kalabakista, Saveshkehi, Veshkehi, Ah!
Ah, how beautiful. The dolphins. That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Impressive.
Please leave. But are you sure it's an original? Please leave. This is a private alcove.
Pretentious. I was prepared for all sorts of criticism, but pretentious. So much time I spent.
Do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Koviri orchid.
Need to talk to your mom.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
We came here to meet
To meet me?
Centrian Noble you came here with. One.
Centrian Noble. Ah! You must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid,
I told you not to move.
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it.
really like to talk to him.
Like many here, talk.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift, a heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot...
Love letter penned on a napkin. Look.
We must throw off the manacles.
Oh, my amour, my sunbeam flittering across the firmament.
Bit of fistek. Artist's way of numbing their existential pain.
I do not even wish to comment.
Color is but the shadow of deliberations on the nature of existence. It is irrelevant to the world.
Empty heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume, a gift from the synth.
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat him with it once.
Such talent, exceptional, true. Would I ever love to meet him? It's a shame.
Need I remind you that neither did you?
A true talent paints like great wine.
The Great Wine. But he's a dancer.
That's to say, the other one.
But what if he doesn't come?
He'll definitely come. Don't worry.
Sorry, only artists in...
Come, we must consider what...
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh! Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
Looking for Cecilia, but
She's in her dressing room. Where's she?
what did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered. A black beard peeping out from under his...
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to
Understood.
Quickly, upstairs. That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too...
He's...
Didn't go out the door.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert or...
Shouldn't split up.
Get out, I will be fine.
door. Made a platform. Clever. Must be pretty strong, too. Must have climbed this ladder. Could still be here. Need to stay alert. Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it. Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this, must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace? Seems there was a struggle. Blood stains. Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably. Sconce is bent. Smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it? Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out? Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for. Hunting knife. Richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Jewel's still here, though.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centurions killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything, in full detail. I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not... Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the Lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Dantine. Remember?
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his... Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with
Oriana, everything we discussed here, word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink.
who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme...
My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children.
What did your sister do to get banned?
Siana was... cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly.
What did your sister do?
Siana...
Parents run afoul?
No. She was born at an
Could be the case. Could also be...
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
Think your sister might be involved?
You see, I recall her all.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
The wine, its theft was the first clue. But I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift. At a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved, someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone or...
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going...
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Duntine, and no matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape or form. You must...
I'll find her if she...
I hope you do.
Your Grace? Geralt?
Regis! What a surprise!
My very dear friend, Detlaf van der Eritane, an arrival from Nazaire.
We are lending our combined resources to the Witcher's hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally. Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only two options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see, sword in hand. Talking gets the job done, for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. For what might a monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the Witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith.
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher,
And the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detlaf here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous.
But that is precisely what I'm doing.
That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renner.
Guessing it's no accident you two...
It would be quite some coincidence.
Oriana. She really your friend?
I met her years ago. Before I met you. And before she said...
But I shall tell you all about her.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based...
That's splendid news. If
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there, too.
Do you mean to say you're
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detlaf, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got away with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detlaf here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Splendidly, Detlaf. Ah, You're back.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem.
Regis. God. I regret all the more that I shan't finish this second bottle with you.
Your Grace.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt. You have exceptional friends.
Didn't expect the evening.
Neither did I. But I have not... I've decided my guardsmen will... It stands along the Somme. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at mid...
Oh!
Arf! Her most gracious duchess has hired a witcher.
For you! Disperse! The exhibition of the Reginald Daubry monument. Please disperse!
What's this about?
Oh, Lapiote, give me... Oh, wait! Are you not...
What kind of...
Work-related? The matter is a delicate...
The statue.
A picture's worth it. Here it is! Our pride... How should I put...
Somebody stole the testicles off a statue.
No ordinary statue, mind you. These... Sprung direct us.
Any...
It...
Got it.
Do... Oh, God. It must... Don't worry, Reginald, don't worry. You shall be whole again soon.
Who'd have thought? You'd best behave, friend. You're in good clearance.
I must see a medic. Get off.
Blimey.
What a day.
Blind,
To any night and shout, the beast! You shall armor at once.
Come on, Roach.
If they would just take to work as they did for dancing.
Slow. Whoa. I'm early. No guardsmen yet.
So eager, are you? The mill, then. We shall...
See you already prepared a...
We have two objectives. To find her illustrious... Duntine is a modest complex. Several old buildings, a high wall around them. At the center of the enclosure stands an imposing keep, restored not long past by the elderly knight of the castle, Roderick. We mean to strike here, through the main gate, then secure the area in front of...
How many men defend...
Roderick maintains a team of knights for defense. Also, Roderick recently took in a band of foreign mercenaries.
Cintrian's men. Gotta be. Ran into a few in town. Need to hit them from both sides. You draw the defenders, keep them busy. I'll sneak in the... I'll vault over the wall as soon as you start your...
Your plan puts you at great risk.
So it begins.
Quick! We grab Roderick's horses and we bolt. We won't vault far if the boys out front don't hold.
Not so fast. Little change of plans.
Go now! Hell! He'll kill us!
Go, go. I'm early. No guardsmen yet.
We done time. We...
How many?
All...
Need to hit... I'll vault...
Your...
So if they can...
Quick! We...
Nuts.
Kill him! What you guys? He'll kill us!
Not bad.
What is this? He killed Hugo and Belly! Grab him!
Not good. Roderick sent them to get the horses. He's looking to flee. Can't let him.
I see no Ducals along the road.
They must not be guarding it.
What was that?
Hurry with crates, but be careful if you drop any.
Someone's here! They've breached the back wall! Come on!
Kill him!
Damn it.
Go on, lads! Beat them up, butcher! No mercy! Surround him! Surround and kill! Go on, lads! Beat them up, butcher! Surround him! Surround and kill! I'm a hard nut to crack! Mercy! Mercy!
Nah, kept the wrong damn company. Sit. Where's the hostage?
What? No, nothing.
Where are they?
In...
There's someone with them? And a whole pile of trouble.
Packing.
Where is she? In the...
Yes.
Here, press it against the wound. Should staunch the bleeding.
I thank you.
What is
happening? This one! Kill the shit like that!
Giving you one last chance. Yield. Need to get into the keep.
They shall pay for everything!
Wasn't expecting to see you.
We thought you could use Witcher.
Expect to.
Let us go. Renna. Are you hurt?
Now we need only find Anna Henrietta's sister. Where should we look? Do you know?
Ran into Roderick.
Then speak and let's grab her.
Said she was in a room in the tower. Very one we're in right now. Which, incidentally, looks nothing like a prison cell. And just so happens there's a carafe full of wine here. Bet it's stolen San Real.
What's your point?
Stop playing dumb. I know every...
Witcher, what is this?
Sorry, Dettlaff. You've been had.
My friend, please. You must listen to what Geralt has to say.
Never was any abduction. She faked it to be able to control you.
You lie! He seek-
Let him speak.
Blackmailers? Pure fiction. She planned everything. You killed all those men at her behest.
That...
Sorry, Dettlaff.
If you do not, I will raise Beauclair to the ground. This I promise you. You've 3 days. I shall be waiting.
He just fly off?
He did not wish to act rashly.
Think he'll do it? Make good on his threat?
I cannot say. He can be unpredictable when fury consumes him.
I shall go to him.
Come again?
You don't know Dettlaff like I do. If I don't do as he says, he truly will destroy the city. He's more than capable of it.
Conscience gets to you now?
Better...
Well, it...
Your Grace, we must proceed with caution. Guardsmen saw vampires.
Vampires or no vampires, my sister...
Your Grace, that...
Sienna, it's true. It's you.
So concerned, I'm surprised. Is there an ounce of truth to it?
You feel resentment. I understand. We will discuss them later. Captain, escort Sienna to the palace. I shall meet with her
As you wish, Your Grace.
And you, Witcher. You have my thanks. I cannot believe my sister was so near the whole time. Roderick of Duntine shall answer for
Roderick got duped and used, just like the vampire.
Apropos, were you able to establish who kidnapped his beloved?
We've discovered Sienna blackmailed the vampire. Ordered him to kill those men.
What? What nonsense is this?
She is his missing lover. Staged her own abduction to force him to do her bidding.
He was a tool. Whole scheme was Sienna's.
You're mistaken. You must be.
Your Grace.
What?
Dettlaff.
The same who so recently sat at my table and told me of Nazaire. Is there anything else you've neglected to mention? A dragon living beneath Mount Gorgon, perhaps? Is anyone else here a vampire? Where is he now?
Waiting for Sienna. If she doesn't show up to meet him by an appointed time, he'll destroy Vauclair.
He dares threaten us?
Your Grace, we have 3 days to bring him Sienna and...
Not a word. You have 3 days to bring me his head. No more secrets. No more helping vampires. I want what I'm paying for. The head of the beast.
Do you think Her Grace's nerves have been calmed?
Right. Rarely forgets, rarely
Yes, well, even I must admit Dettlaff's actions were highly inappropriate. Reprehensible, even. Are you upset?
Why would I be?
Let's see. You're returning from your hunt empty-handed. No trophy. No new lead to boast of, then pursue.
Upset's just not a sensation I feel. Ever. Mutations, remember?
Yes, of course. The excuse you resort to.
Observant of you. So let's change.
How do your employers customarily react when you fail to meet their expectations?
Depends. Peasants cuss me out. Merchants demand I refund their deposit, whereas nobles mostly just release their hounds.
And rulers?
Usually threaten me with the gallows.
Her most illustrious grace.
Your Grace, the population demands she be punished. Sienna's committed terrible crimes. Spilt so much blood. They...
Another word, Palmerin, and I shall spill even more. I repeat for the last time. Sienna is responsible for the death of many.
Your Grace, I fear the masses might rise. Storm the prison.
Let them storm. They will not find her there. Sienna is hidden away in a safe place. Which, to judge by your means, has not yet come to pass.
Did what we could, but...
My patience is at an end, Geralt.
Don't know.
Is this all you have to say?
I respect your grace. All I can say is the truth.
At times, I hunt fox. You, Witcher, have had a week. The aid of my most excellent knights. I've begun to suspect my...
Allow me to point out certain subtle but essential differences between a higher vampire and a fox, or game in general.
Truly. Like the ones between a pathetic quip and a treasonous offense. Watch your words, Witcher. But to the matter at hand. Have you managed to establish anything?
Your Grace, it seems Siana tricked Detlef, used him to murder the knights who escorted her into exile. We have reason to believe that...
What?
Vampires! They protect the city! Captain de la Tour defense...
Damn it.
If it's war this Detlef wants, it's war he shall have.
Siana failed to appear as summoned, and...
Seems not. Need to make some... Gotta find him.
There is a certain staggeringly dangerous...
That's so. Go on.
In due course. But first, Geralt, I'd like you to consider the alternative. After all, you could fulfill Detlef's...
Really want to free Siana? Hand her over to...
It's hard to believe, I know, but Detlef is not actually evil. I do not recall ever...
Got serious reservations about this plan.
Hardly a reservation. More of an excuse. I'm certain you'll find her.
Could ask Damien. Duchess treats him like a lapdog. Keeps him...
There, you see.
The meeting.
It seems...
Didn't ask for a lecture.
I vow that not a hair on her head. I trust I've...
Not so fat. How would I go about luring
You see, somewhere nearby lives an unusual denizen. One of the unseen, ancient and powerful vampires. Among the oldest and strongest.
And?
Toussaint is this unseen elder's territory. All vampires owe him fealty while they are here. He need but say the word,
So this unseen elder...
We must find him first. The elder does not see arrivals unless he absolutely must. But locals...
Yeah, figured it out. All right.
I don't know.
So I'm...
You know what I would opt for? Should we free Siana and arrange for her to meet with Detlef?
Regis. Don't mean to put you on the spot, but I gotta know.
Should you decide your sword is the sole solution?
Appreciate it.
Certainly hope so. Now, please...
Crazy as the plan seems.
You won't make me beg.
Slow down. Not promising a thing. Just want to get a feel.
Of course.
Damien could be in danger.
Or dead.
You think so? He seemed battle-hardened. More than a few scraps under his belt.
Against humans, not monsters. Lesser vampires would heed a higher vampire. Commands.
As a rule, they don't.
So how Dettlaff sick them on the city?
I told you, he's exceptional. He manages to bend them to his will, control them with his thoughts. They'll continue attacking until he orders them to back down, until he dies.
Proved useless. Claws sliced through steel like through butter.
We must hurry. Each moment's delay means another death. We must focus on Damien. Time's running out.
They broke formation, ran.
That's sending. It's Damien's good. Geralt, care to come back?
Barricade put up in the street.
Pointless. That's no obstacle to a vampire.
Fell on his face in the street. Struck in the back.
Pointless. That's no obstacle to a vampire.
They didn't know. They didn't get a chance to prepare.
You must manage alone. I'm certain.
You killed it.
I see the harlot's brood came close.
Need to withdraw.
My duty.
Won't help the city by leading your men to the slaughter. Damien.
Men!
Doing the right thing. Now listen close. Silver. That's what you want to use against vampires. Your alchemists, order them to produce as much vampire oil as they can. Churn it out in gallons. Then coat your blades with it. Keep an eye out for Alps and Bruxae. The shapely ones resemble women. There one moment, gone the next. Bombs containing silver splinters are a pretty good idea.
Thank you, Witcher. I hope you're worth a...
Had a different plan. All I can say just...
You know the Duchess's decision. Sienna awaits her trial. In custody. You've that luxury. I do not.
Folk are dying.
If Her Grace learns I helped you, my head...
And ours will follow right after it. I fear we waste our time here.
Wait. When
Playroom?
I've served in the Ducal Palace for...
Playroom? So what? Duchess locked Sienna?
Honestly, I've no clue. Look, I've told...
Got it. I'll look into it.
And you...
I helped Beauclair.
Let's go, Regent.
Here, the playroom's beyond this door.
Locked. Of course. Regis, better not have a fist fight with this door. Do you mind? Shit. Probably meant to stand guard at Anna Henrietta's personal request. Thanks.
I suggest we postpone any further discussion.
Utter silence. Here.
We should look around.
Nothing under the carpet.
Did you expect something? Up a rocky horse. Rather warm. I suppose it got a lot of use.
Miniature tableware. And plush toys. Cute. Wooden duck. Somebody broke its wings off. Nice tune.
Indeed. Pleasant. It's a shame to me.
What the? Found a notebook. Property of Isabelle de Roquefort, court governess.
I'm not sure it will help. But I suppose there's no harm in leafing through.
Sienna gave me a drawing today.
Charming.
Of freshly decapitated bodies covered in blood.
Perhaps not so much.
I asked her why ever she would draw such a thing. Her Highness claimed it was a rendering of nightmares which have plagued her for as long as she can remember. Sienna does wake up screaming nearly every night, save when she... Curse of the Black Sun. Supposedly girls afflicted by it had horrible dreams. The girls quarreled today. Anna Henrietta was first to strike her sister. By the time I separated them, Anna Henrietta had lost 2 teeth. His Grace the Duke refused to believe my version of events. He laid all the blame on Sienna and vowed to punish the little one harshly. Anna Henrietta did her best to have her sisters sent.
Once you're...
Today I accompanied the girls for the first time to the land of a... First we played with Thumbelina, then with Barbarossa.
I'm beginning to suspect Isabelle de Roquefort wrote in her diary after taking a powerful hallucinogenic. Cannabis rudularis, for instance, or...
Shh, don't interrupt. I had tipped my cap to Master Artorius Vigo for his achievement. He has proved he...
Wait, Artorius was the...
Regis, last warning. Stop interrupting or I'll seek... The girls told me if I ever wish to visit alone, I need but crack open the Land of 1,000 Fables and utter out loud the incantation, Expecto ludum.
A book as the key to an illusion. My, this grows more interesting by the minute.
Mages sent by the Conclave arrived today. They came to examine Siana. I cannot know what conclusions they drew.
Curse of the Black Sun. There's no doubt then that she was...
Or had that label planted on her. It goes on. I dare... He did not reply. I tutored the girls in Nilfgaardian to... Siana applies herself so, though she has great difficulty memorizing new vocabulary. Lady Henrietta seems... When she thought me out of earshot, she called me a blood accuser. She and Siana laughed so hard they all...
In the melodious tongue of our none-too-friendly neighbours to the south, the word describes the many-petalled flower that blooms in that place we so unmelodiously call the crotch.
Realize this might sound improbable, but maybe, just maybe, Anna Henrietta tossed Siana into that illusion.
Not impossible. She would be safe.
Where's that book? Locked. A tin knight. Well, a key tucked behind a picture. This it? Let's see. Regis? Regis! Land of 1,000 fables. Incredible. Let's see where this road takes me. Eye of Nahelenes going wild. Whole land's an illusion. Whoa. So That should be powerful, interesting. there's no way to dispel it.
Bloody hell, let him out!
Voices.
He gobbled up my gingerbread. Now it's my turn to gobble him. Hands off my hearth, dearie. You wouldn't want me to get cross.
Then you open it.
Now, who's this? Why, you're old. Oh. Just as soon as I catch you.
You cannot possibly fear of your magical claws. No, that soup smells more vile than a rotting carcass. Careful she doesn't douse you. Seems you've won.
What the hell was that?
The Wicked Witch. Heard of her, haven't you?
Listen, how'd you come by a weapon?
It's Prince Charming's. He no longer needs it. Here it is.
Thank you. She'd have baked me for certain if you'd not... Sienna?
It's been years, Jack. No, I just want your beans.
Beans?
Try not to interrupt. Well, Jack, where...
Sienna, I'm sorry, but...
Oh, something tells me you're
I'm telling the truth. I swear it.
Where? He had better know. Because if not, I'll find... I'll...
Came to free...
Nice of you.
You might not. bound to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's Dettlaff. He's trying to force on a
Sounds like Dettlaff, all right.
Isn't it obvious? Offering to be your ally.
You exposed me. I landed in prison because of you. Well, normally I'd tell you to sod off. But, from what you said...
Fine, Witcher.
So...
Certainly. There are 2 ways out of this land. My darling sister blocked one.
Still don't understand.
Don't fret, just listen.
Jack climbed a gigantic beanstalk to a giant's castle.
As we shall do if we can just find those blasted beans. No, because it must transpire exactly as it did in the tale. Clear now? So we must find Joss. Joss can usually be found wandering the glade at the foot of the mount. It's some distance from here, past the witch's house to the right. So, what exactly is happening in the city?
Bloodshed, a massacre, which is why we gotta hurry.
You needn't fret. Time flows differently in Fables. You can stay here a week. I shall
Not the friendliest pixies I've met.
They were put here to protect the Fable Sphere from intruders. Meaning you. Oh, unicorns! We must catch them. We won't have to walk everywhere then. I call the pink one. Exciting, isn't it? Reminds me of my childhood.
Reminds me of something altogether different.
Care to elaborate?
Rather not. Hey-ya!
That's him. Joss. Blast, they're going to rip them in 6.
Giddy up. Relax, it's over.
No, it's not. There's... Ignore him. He always lies.
Aha. Boy who cried wolf. Still does, I suppose.
The one and only. Listen, you little chit. Jack said you know what's become of his 3 beans.
I don't know anything! Not one thing, and besides, what...
This'll be interesting. Let's say for a minute you
For certain, no one swallowed it. Oh, no!
Of course not. But say someone didn't. Who would it be that didn't?
A human! The most human-y human in the land of 1,000... Everyone! Wolves! Run!
Bet you haven't heard.
I've heard it lies about somewhere. Out in the open.
Just like that? No one guarding it?
Nobody. 3 times over. Help! Wolves!
Yellow bean. Don't know if...
It's somewhere very, and I mean very deep.
So deep, in fact, it's complete.
And who
A bold farmhand, who in no way and not at all awaits someone. Not in the slightest. Good folk! Say that word one more time and I'll chop you up. Feed you to the fishes.
All right.
Watch out for wolf!
Tough to talk to, that one.
Was it, though? You need merely remember he always... I'm not sure. We should visit some of the other fables. The meaty ones, that is. It's just a few. Red Riding Hood, piglets and bears, 3 of each. And Goldilocks, of course. Then Longlock.
Fine. Incredible. You must have loved this place.
I did at first. But children get bored quickly. Even tea parties with a whole cackle of princesses eventually turn dull and routine.
What did you do then?
Dropped a duck egg in the swan's nest once, that sort of thing. Stole the pea out from